Hi, welcome to Bizlytics Simplified. In this video, I'll show you how to create a simple yet powerful sales dashboard in Excel in just 15 minutes. Whether you are a business analyst, MBA student, or an FP&A professional, this dashboard is going to help you visualize performance quickly and clearly. We'll cover pulling in sales data, creating pivot tables, adding slices, and building clean charts. All of it with zero coding. Let's get started. Here's our raw sales data. It includes order date, region, product, sales value, and profit. Uh, Generally, always begin with cleaning your data, removing any blank rows in your data, making sure your columns have headers, and formatting any dates in your data properly. Right now, I've already cleaned this file for you, so we can directly jump in. We'll start with summarizing the data using pivot tables. So go to insert pivot table from table. Just select your data and insert it. First one, we're going to summarize our sales by region. So we'll have region in rows, sales in column values. By default, it choose sum of sales, but we can change it to count average depending on our requirement. For now, sum suffices. We can also format this differently. I'm going to format it as currency. And we'll just rename our sheet as sales by region. Similarly, we'll also insert two more summaries. One would be our sales by product. So we'll have product in rows, sales and values, and just format it. We'll rename this to sales by product. And lastly, we'll have our monthly trends. So we'll insert one more table, pivot table, and then using our order date as rows, we'll summarize our sales as well as profit. And format this as well. And just rename it to monthly trends. Now that we have our pivot table data, next we are going to be inserting some charts using this data to visualize it. So for the first one, we'll select this pivot table, go to insert and pivot chart, and we'll just select a column chart for this. I can format this column chart per my requirement. I don't need this legend. I don't even need grid lines. And if you go here and right click, you can hide all field buttons on chart. As I don't need them on chart, I'll just hide them. Similarly, sales by product will insert a pie chart here, because I want to see what's the contribution of each of the widgets. We'll similarly hide all field buttons. We're going to need legend, so we'll keep it. And then we also need labels, right? So we'll go to design, add chart element, data labels, and just let them outside. I also need percentages, so I'll select them Right click and format data levels and add percent values as well. For the separator, I'll probably, instead of comma, I'll just select new line. And I'm good with this. We'll probably add data levels on the previous chart as well. And that's good enough. If you want, you can remove these excess values as well. Just delete them. I think it's okay to leave them inside, so I'll just do Control C and leave them here. Next, we'll go to monthly trends. Now, since we have two values in here, we'll see which chart we need to insert. I mean, we can have columns. We need line to show trends. Probably a combo chart would work best for this case, wherein we'll take sales as a line chart and then profit as a column chart. And then we can add secondary axis as well so that the profit goes on secondary axis and we have better visual. If you don't select it, the profit column height is going to be smaller like this. So I'll just keep this selected, format it like before. We want to put this legend on top, so I'll go to design, add chart element legend, and just put this on top because it looks better there. Now that we have these three charts, we'll create a new sheet and bring it all together. Let's rename this to be called as dashboard. Now we'll copy the charts one by one and bring all of these to dashboard. We can align these as per our requirement. I'll probably just do it a bit lower. Yeah. And then bring in the other two as well. You can also go to view and remove the grid lines to make it look more like a dashboard. One of the main things about any dashboard is it should be interactive. So we'll go to insert and go to slicer, insert a couple of slicers in here. So what these slicers do is they act like filters. You can directly click on them and they filter your chart, right? So that interaction part is there. So if you see I select east, it filter the chart just to east. Similarly, if I select just widget A, it will only show what's there in widget A. So if you see the first chart, I think the total of it should come to 4,61,000 as in the second chart. But what it's doing right now is it's only filtering the first chart, whereas we want this to be uh, interactive on all the charts. So we'll go to slicer, report connections, and connect this to all the pivot tables. Similarly, for the other slicer as well, we go to report connections, select the other two tables, and now this should interact with all the charts. So When you filter this, so you see all three charts are getting filtered, and there's your interactive dashboard. So that's your dashboard, clean, dynamic, and business ready. I'll put the sample file in here in the description. You can download it from there and try it on your own. If you found this useful, do like the video and subscribe to my channel. I'll share weekly tutorials on dashboards, FP&A, and then business analytics as well. Thank you.